Hi, it's Bronwyn from Rap, and today I want to quickly share a mix tip with you to get your tracks to have space and still be able to sit in the mix. Now, most of us, and most of the time, you'll probably reach for the reverb, which is fine because reverb is all about giving your sound a specific space. The thing about reverb is that you might get a great tone on your sound and then find that it's pushed back into the mix, or you might find the space that you like, but the reverb is somehow affecting the tone of everything else. Right, so this is what I do, especially in material that has a lot of rhythmic elements, that when you add some reverb alone, it can really influence the rest of your sounds and actually make a little bit of a mush. So these are the top 3 tips that I have and how I approach my mix. The first thing that I do is I find a great reverb to use on the percussive elements of the mix in order to help thicken up the bottom end. And so I've done this on the main drum groove. Let's have a listen. Here's my main drum groove. I'm going to bypass the reverb for now. I'll just call up what I've got. And you can see that I've used some EQ also to just manage and shape the tone of that reverb a bit. But here it is without reverb. And you can really hear how that bottom end has been thickened up. You can also notice that I've used such a tiny amount that I've sent through to the reverb, and I've used a send to be able to control the amount that I want and how I want to play with that particular reverb. The second thing that I do is I set up an auxiliary track for my main vocals. I just want to clear this. And on this auxiliary track for the main vocals, I actually set up a delay and not a reverb. And I also EQ that delay a little bit. And on this particular one, I've used a direction mixer just to help with the spread to create that sense of space. And again, have a look. I haven't sent a huge amount through to that delay. Very, very small amount indeed. And then the third thing that I do is I duplicate the vocal track. And what I will do is I will then balance the levels. And on the duplicated vocal track, I will insert a reverb because I want to help to shape the sound of that space that I'm going to create. And you can see that I've gone to some extreme EQ over here. I've used both a pre and a post EQ just to help manage. I've also dialed in some very different settings in order to match what I'm looking for in this particular track. Well, that's it for now. Just a few tips and tricks and to let you know how I do things. So let's take a listen, and I'll catch up with you again next time.
Baby, you said get to make it as